Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the solar eclipse. It is on March 29. It's at 9 degrees of Aries. This is the last Aries eclipse that we're going to have until October 2032. And then on March 30, Neptune goes into the sign of Aries for the first time in 164 years. What does this mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. We're going to do a short overview, and then we're going to look at your sign in particular and love and money. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you would like a copy of your chart so you can follow along in these videos, I'll send you a PDF. There's a link in the description. An eclipse closes a door in your life, and it forces you to move forward. We had 18 months of Aries Libra eclipses, and this put a focus on yourself and one-on-one relationships. And 2 weeks ago, we started the 18-month cycle of Virgo Pisces eclipses, where the focus is on taking our spiritual ideas and our vision of what could be and applying this to our daily lives. Eclipses disrupt the status quo. And as disruptive as they are, it is almost always the case that we look back on these times and think that it was necessary and beneficial. But at the time, it can feel uncomfortable. This particular eclipse is at 9 degrees of Aries. I give a 5-degree orb. That means if you have any planets between 4 degrees and 14 degrees, you are getting hit by this eclipse. If you have planets in Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, you're getting a harder hit. And if this eclipse falls within 5 degrees of your birthday, you are getting a direct hit. So that means that some aspect in your life is going to change. We'll talk about where the changes might be for you when we talk about the individual signs. But it is beneficial for you to look at your life and what you have been wishing to change, even though maybe you're not feeling ready for that change. Because when you ask questions like that, when you say what should change in my life, what could change in my life, you are starting to train your mind to look for opportunities. Now, we had a very similar eclipse back in October 2024. It was on October 2nd, and it was at 10 degrees of Libra. Libra is the opposite sign to Aries, and so there is a similar energy. So think about what was happening back in October of 2024. Maybe you are finishing up some of that energy with this current eclipse, or maybe you need to make some additional changes in that same area of life, or maybe somehow you avoided making a change then, and now the changes are happening. Now, besides this eclipse, on March 30, Neptune goes into the sign of Aries. It did this last time on April 13th, 1861. Now, for you history buffs out there, you may recognize that date. That was the day after the Civil War in the United States began. And so that back then was all about divisions, and right now we are a very divided people. Energies like this tend to repeat, giving us an opportunity to improve and make things better. Neptune represents our vision, the idealized version of what we want to create in our lives. But it also rules nightmares and fear. And so it's both the utopian ideas and the dystopian ones. It's two sides of the same coin. Since our thoughts become our actions and our actions become our life, it's important now to find the vision of what it is you want to create in your life. And then you'll be able to work to make that a reality. Now, I know that does not sound easy in this world today, but it's worth trying. It's worth working towards. And with Neptune, it doesn't mean keeping your head in the clouds. Your vision may include very practical things that you're doing, maybe in your community to fight for your kids' education, or to keep books in schools, or to have equality and opportunity for everyone. And then soon Saturn's going to enter the sign of Aries. And so with Saturn, the ideas that you formulated using the Neptune energy, then the Saturn sees as blueprints, and it starts constructing your life. Okay, Libra, this eclipse for you is about relationships and how you relate with others, especially one-on-one. This could be a love relationship or a business collaboration or a friendship. And it's about the give and take that is in a relationship. And whether you are receiving something for the relationship, is the relationship out of balance? Are you giving too much? Or are you receiving more than, and they are giving too much? So the balance of the relationship is in question. And this is also about, if you're not meeting people, like if you're, just running in the same circles over and over, this is a time to be expanding and meeting new people as they bring new ideas and new challenges and new opportunities. Now, Libra, you have a powerful gift of a sense of justice. It is, you can see when something is reasonable or unfair. You have the scales, you're actually holding the scales. And so you tend to weigh things out all the time. But sometimes the scales need to be calibrated. Sometimes they need to be adjusted so that you can look at things with this fresh perspective to see if they really truly are balanced, if things are really fair. So this is a time to kind of question this energy as Neptune goes in, because Neptune, the spiritual energy, can give us a bigger perspective on something, a longer term perspective on something. And so then we can see that, sometimes it's cause and effect. Sometimes things happen because people weren't paying attention, and the universe is saying, hey, I'm going to take this away from you so that you do pay attention. So there's all kinds of reasons that things happen. So, and as you become aware of that, you see how to find the harmony in relationships and how to find a way to work with people and relate with people. And that can bolster all of your relationships, all types, the friendships and the mentorships and the love relationship and so forth. And if you would like more help with relationships in general, or you want to know what's ahead for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, your chart is lit up. The Venus is making a sextile to Uranus. You have lots of planets in your house of relationship. Like, you have some really good energy. So this is a time to go out and meet as many new people as possible. It's only a 2-week period, so just go out and, go to new groups and go to parties and say yes to invitations, say yes to a date. Just go out there and meet new people, let people fix you up on dates, etc. So, because then you could meet someone for a love relationship. And then when it comes to existing love relationships, you have really good energy as well, because Venus is making a trine with Mars. And so even though this eclipse energy is happening in a relationship area for you, and eclipses can cause a disruptive change, the fact that the rulers are in harmony says that you can say, oh, we finally get to work this out. And you do work it out. You come up with a solution, and then you don't have to ever deal with that problem again because it's solved. So, but this also can mean that the storm that's happening isn't between the two of you, it's outside, and the two of you are coming together and really supporting each other to deal with the stormy weather outside. And so that's also what this trine energy could do. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from Mars, which is at the top of your chart in your area of career, so that's beneficial, but also Pluto, which is now in Aquarius, and it's going to be slowly moving through your area of creativity and risk-taking. And in this case, we're not talking about extreme risks. We're talking about the smaller risks of speaking up for yourself, of asking for the responsibility, asking for the leadership role, asking for, some sort of help. So just going out like a step outside your comfort zone can be so beneficial right now. This also shows taking the risk of meeting new people and asking if they want to partner with you, if they want to collaborate, if they want to mentor you. So, and if you get a no, just moving on to the next person. So this is, it's a big world. There's lots and lots of people. And so it is to take the risk of hearing no and moving on. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, Venus is making an out-of-sign sextile to Pluto. That's a very nice aspect. And because this energy, though, is out of sign, it comes from an unexpected source. So that means that you are thinking you're going to make a sale here, but somebody else buys something from you, or that you think that this particular investment's going to go up, but one of your other investments goes up. So this is something where the benefit comes in an unconventional way or unexpected source, or it's just was something that surprised you. Now, when it comes to money derived from career, so that would be a paycheck, the sun's making a sextile to Pluto, and you are one of the few signs that during this time that it does have a good aspect for making more money in your career. Now, there is some energy here that says that, like it feels like a little bit of a risk to do this, to ask during this time, but give it a push. You can just do a push a little bit gently, and then it should roll forward, and the boss then says, yes, we do have something in mind for you, and we're going to get this going. So, but it may take you initiating, well, it will, because it's a sextile. So it takes you initiating something, giving things a little push forward, like setting up a meeting to talk, and then you just set up a meeting to talk, and then the conversation just happens to go in that direction, and so the momentum's already there. So that's, this is a sextile. So the sextile is you give it a little push and it will roll along in the direction you want. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider signing up for my newsletter where I talk about astrological happenings every week. And if you would like to know personally what is up for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.